Took off my cylinder head. The valves were leaking. Valve stems were leaking. I found the reason why. Head's currently getting worked on right now. If you guys have been keeping up with the videos, you know the issue the car's been having. But if you haven't been watching the videos and you're clicking on this, you might be lost because this is like a fat jump. So go back and watch the street test video where we did street testing with Luke, and then also watch the HKS exhaust install and rain driving video with Derek on the channel. They're the two most recent videos that are uploaded before this one. And then come back and watch this and you'll kind of be filled in. But just a recap in case you guys don't know what's happening with the car, it just really sluggish, felt horrible, low RPMs, it was just terrible. It was extremely hard to drive and very frustrating to drive. This is the same issue I had with Sebring before I blew the transmission. It felt the same way. And I kind of noticed it didn't go away after the whole new trans and turbo. I was a little bit worried, but I don't know what's going on. Maybe the turbo's bad, but it ended up being the valves. Took the head off. I did a leak down test. Valve stems were leaking. Obviously, it's been an issue for a while. I can hear that was present for a while. There's been some smoking that the car has been having on and off for maybe a year now. So I kind of knew the valves were leaking slightly, but not like anything crazy. And I ignored it. Obviously, it got to the point where it was too bad. So the issue with the head, the actual issue was that the exhaust valve guides were out of spec. So the exhaust valves weren't sealing. And I can hear during the leak down test, which is where you pressurize the cylinder with the valves closed, I can hear air out the exhaust and I can hear it out of the valve cover. So stems shot, guides were shot. Right now, not changing any of the valves, but we have new valve guides that are going in. The seats of the valves are getting a 3-angle cut, which is, I guess, like a little bit more than street, a little less than like super performance, which is pretty good. Those are getting cut, and then everything's getting measured. It's a full head recondition at Cylinder Head Exchange, and those are the guys that did a bunch of cutting and prep work when we did the SR rebuild series. The car's just really, really apart right now. I just kind of, on my own time, took it apart. So here are the plans right now. And I'm gonna go over this later, but as the car sits, there's no knuckles in the car. If you know, you know. Head's obviously off of the car right now. And the turbo I did kind of want to replace, but I don't really have $1,000 to blow right now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Might just run that. Dude, if the turbo goes bad, I'll just take the turbo off and replace that. It's not like really a big deal. Yo, hold up. I got an event coming up, a P-Day at OSW, which will be a good shakedown for the parts I have coming for the car, just to get used to it again, an actual shakedown. Oh my God. Okay, so right now it's Monday, it's the 23rd of September, and this event is on the 10th. So it's 2 weeks away. I would have 2 weeks to get the car running again and driving. The cylinder head was supposed to be ready. Hopefully they call me tomorrow and I can pick it up and just grind and get everything back together. And then, yes, I do have a B-knuckle on the way, which Julian just got my knuckles today. I don't know how long it's gonna take to ship back for me to get them back. So in here are like lengthened inner tie rods, OEM tie rod ends, like rack spacers, all the stuff I need for the right setup with the B-knuckle. I didn't realize I only had 2 weeks until this event. So it's really looking like currently, since I don't have my head or my knuckles, it's looking like a 70-30 chance of going, like 70 chance not going. Here's in the engine bay, head's off. I got it covered up, but new head gaskets on the way, new gaskets for the intake side. I'm using all the exhaust gaskets over again because they're multi-layer steel. I'm gonna have to get new fuel lines, all that good jazz. All the parts over here for the head, nice and neat. I've kind of been spraying these with WD-40 because they are out and I'm in Florida, so I don't want them to start rusting. If they get pretty dry, just keep them covered in some WD-40. I did that when I was doing the rebuild and I had all the internals out, so that helps a bit. The knuckles are off right now, just nothing under there. I have new rotors I'm gonna buy and new pads for the front. I wanted to change the calipers, but I don't have all that money to spend right now. And I wanna get this running. I mean, our deadline's like 2 weeks. It's cutting it real close. I really hope I make it, but if I don't, it's not that big of a deal. I'll try, and if I can't, then you know, it is what it is. We only have one set of wheels now because the RPF ones are sold, so the door bars, we have to get installed eventually. I haven't even purchased the door bars yet because that's gonna cost in total to install maybe close to 15, and that's a lot of money, guys. So we are gonna finish this cage fully, which includes getting the door bars put in. I'll be honest, I just ranted for like 20 minutes, but I'm not gonna use that clip. The content that I'm gonna be putting out from now on is gonna be much more real, much more valuable, technical, quality content. Everything is very kind of clickbaity and view, trendy, retention focused, algorithm focused. And I was kind of going down that path, but I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make actual real content. The type of content I was making when I first started this, the reason I made the channel in the first place. So that's why I've been not like uploading too much on Instagram and YouTube. I've just been thinking, planning, designing, creating stuff. But you saw it. I did a bunch of work on the car. Like I haven't just been not doing anything. been working on the car because I'm never gonna stop working on the car. I'll have some good content ready for you guys when the head's done, and hopefully better videos soon. That's the whole point of taking this small little break. Let me know what you guys think, honestly. Okay, bye.